Hello guys, how you doing? Hope you guys are having a good week. Today we're going to talk about why choose an all-inclusive resort for your Mexico destination wedding. We are Vacay Mode Travels. That is Sarah and I am Alden.
You may be asking yourself, first off, what's the alternative to an all-inclusive resort? The alternative is having your destination wedding off-site. This could be in a private setting, a cenote, but there are a lot of other factors that you need to consider when you're doing a destination wedding. If you're going off-site, things like transportation, having to buy all the food and drinks, it just creates a lot more costs. And so today we want to highlight why choosing an all-inclusive resort is such a popular option and why most couples choose to go this way.
Yep. So many moving pieces to a destination wedding, and an all-inclusive really just makes it a lot more seamless and easier and a much better experience for you and your guests. You know, one of the main focuses that our couples have, they want to make sure not only they have a beautiful venue, but they want to make sure their guests, their friends, family have a great experience.
Absolutely. That's why we start with spending, at least an hour getting to know our couple. We want to know what's important to you in that resort and the venue, what's important to your guests, and we want to help match you to the right spot based on those things. So we're going to talk about some of these factors and why Mexico all-inclusive resorts provide the most value when you're looking to do a destination wedding. And the first reason is just the convenience and the simplicity. One of the things that all-inclusive resorts offer are comprehensive wedding packages. This provides transparent pricing into what is included in the cost, what are their additional expenses for, and this is where our matching discussion really comes into play. If we know you want to do a lot of personalization to your day, we're going to work with a resort that offers more personalization. If we know that you are on a smaller budget, you want to try to keep it more simple, you want more of a pre-packaged wedding package, then we're going to work with a resort that offers more of that. So we're able to custom tailor those recommendations based on what you're looking for and what the resort and venue offers.
Yeah, and that's kind of the only thing I wanted to add was that not every resort has the same type of wedding packages. So yeah, there might be more bulk packages that has every single thing, or more smaller streamlined packages and then a la carte a lot of those details.
Absolutely. When we're working with an all-inclusive resort, it really does make the planning process a lot simpler and very, like we said, very transparent on the pricing side. You can very easily budget and know what to expect and find plenty of options. For your guests too, this also makes their experience very easy. They know they have their accommodations, their meals, their drinks, their transfers to and from the airport. They know they have all of that included in the cost that they paid, so there's no financial surprises for your guests, which is the biggest concern most couples have when they're picking out their wedding resorts. They want to be conscious of, how does this impact my guests? What is the cost? Is it reasonable for them? And an all-inclusive resort really does provide the most transparency into that.
Yeah, because it is partly a vacation too. Yes, you do have a destination wedding, that's why you're there. But if you think about it, this is a vacation for your friends and your family, and they want to enjoy themselves while they're there.
Absolutely. In addition to the transparent prices and packages, we do also have the ability for the bridal couple to earn concessions and discounts. This can look like a complimentary wedding package. This can be monetary funds that are earned based on the number of rooms in your room block.
Yes.
And then you earn a credit back that you can apply towards your travel. You can put it towards your wedding budget. So there are also a lot of perks for the couple. It also will allow them, extra things like, champagne and snacks and complimentary upgrades if they're available. And there are a lot of extra incentives to doing a group room block for your destination wedding.
Yeah, these wedding venues, these resorts, they want to have their wedding hosted at their property. They love large groups, and they'll do anything, if they can knock off the price or incentivize you to have it there, they'll do that.
Absolutely. And again, this just makes everything a lot easier for you and your guests, very transparent. The other reason why all-inclusive resorts are such a popular option are just the luxurious amenities and services. Because everything is packaged together, it includes everything. Mexico has an amazing selection of top-notch resorts that allow you to really feel luxurious and pampered while still being in a modest budget for your guests.
Yep. destination wedding, the demand for them is only growing, and these resorts are aware of that, and they're definitely planning, and they have a lot of the not only beautiful landscape there, but a lot of the venues, the terraces, the gazebos, beach. They have all these venues available for these events, and they're definitely catered to weddings.
Absolutely. And a lot of resorts have, dedicated wedding departments, wedding coordinators that we work with throughout that process. So not only are we working with you, but we're also working with the on-resort wedding team. And this is where, matching you to that right resort and venue also come into play, because we want great wedding departments. We don't want people that don't respond or take weeks to answer questions or give loose answers. We're going to be working with them for at least a year, and we want to make sure that we have a good partner working with us, that they're responsive, they're getting you all that information, and most importantly, that they're delivering your vision coming together the way you want it.
Probably just as important as the venue itself is that wedding department. Like Sarah said, are they responsive? You're going to have tons of questions as we go along the process, and them getting back to us is very important. Your guests, if they have certain specifics, they have mobility issues or they have kids, we want to be able to reach out to the support team and make sure we're getting answers about their resort.
Absolutely. And again, the best thing you can do to ensure that you are at a resort and venue that is truly going to deliver the experience and the needs that your group has is it really starts with that complimentary consultation, so we can make sure you give us all of that information up front. If people are going to have dietary mobility restrictions, or you're going to have a lot of families that want conjoining rooms. Some resorts don't guarantee them, others do. These are all the things that help us match you to that perfect gem that is going to make your planning seamless and stress-free.
Yep. And it depends on the guest count. I mean, think about it. Not only is it you and your bride-to-be or your groom, whoever it is, it's going to be the 100, 200 guests that you're inviting. So there's a lot of moving pieces. We want to make sure everyone has a good time.
Absolutely. If you guys are looking to plan a destination wedding, schedule that complimentary consultation with us. We'd love to get to know you better, know what's important to you, and help match you to that perfect spot so your dream day is everything that you always wanted it to be. It all starts there.
Thank you for your time. Hope you guys have a great rest of the week. Safe travels.